by Hollywood stars. The unique clickety-clackety sounds of shuffling.
And now we're going to build the walls. So it's a fast-paced, strategic game of luck and strategy.
The Chinese game of mahjong has been around since the 1800s, with different versions adopted around the world. And right now, the game of luck is booming here in the United States.
Mahjong is a 144-tile game, and the objective is to have the best scoring complete hand, which is usually a combination of 4 sets and a pair.
It's like the card game Rummy, but the growing popularity around mahjong is not just about the game, it's more about the company.
It's people wanting community and connection, wanting that place to come meet new people. It's definitely a way to bring good people together, to get the latest gossip, and also to catch up with your family and friends, and it's always a good time. People love playing into the night.
Even the Hollywood elite are adopting the game, adding to its allure.
Create order out of chaos based on random drawing of tiles.
Wow.
That's deep.
That is deep.
Yeah.
A-listers like Julia Roberts, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Jennifer Gardner are set to pull up a seat at the table to play. Jennifer Kong created Ruby Dragon Mahjong to make sure the cultural tradition of the game carries on.
I'm really happy this has caught on so quickly and that people find comfort in learning amongst friends and family, because for us to play it in our homes, it's very nostalgic, but to share it with others, that's what gives me joy. We need to preserve culture and share this tradition with others. Otherwise, the traditions of the different styles of playing will just end up dying, or other people will take over the narrative and control how this game is supposed to be played, and I would hate to see the culture get erased through that.
Mahjong, which means the word sparrow in Chinese, is the spark. The sparrow, a good luck symbol. And the game is not only fun, but you can make fast friends in no time.
Yes! Now you can play your set. Yes!
That is so great. Look at the winning sequence.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, and your pair. And you also have your bonus point here. So
Oh my God!
Yeah.
And just like the bird it's named after, the game of mahjong is thriving, keeping social connection alive through generations. So there are thousands of mahjong groups around the country. People can join, and some good tips on how to find the right fit. Make sure you look into the level of the players, because some groups are more for beginners, beginner friendly, and some are more advanced. So you want to make sure you fit that. Also make sure to match your game style, since there are different variations. Some people use 14 tiles, some others use different numbers. So the best way though is to have fun, make new friends, join several meetups to figure out which group is best for you. And that clicking sound, Jen, you said you
It's
like.
like very ASMR.
Yes, and that's the sound of the sparrow, and that's why it's called mahjong or mahjong.
Interesting.
So it all connects, yeah?
Sandra, we know how competitive you are. How upset were you internally?
It was
How
great.
raging
No,
out
it
were you
was
internally?
my first time. It was her first time too. It was beginner's luck, and I ended up throwing out and discarding one tile, and that was the one she needed to win. So it was good. It was fun.
So close.
Her teeth. It was good. It was fun. It was fun.
I looked up some mahjong sets, and they can be pretty expensive.
Yes, they can.
But they're beautiful. It's kind of like having a chess set out on display in your home.
Right.
People are using that too as kind of like a decor feature in your house.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that. It's an investment.
Depends on what it's made of. I'm sure it can get really expensive.
Thank you.
Thank you,
got
Sandra.
it.
Great story. Happening today, the Queen Mary celebrating 90 years since her iconic maiden voyage.
Doesn't look
The
a day over
iconic-
89.
Right? Yeah, nothing that a good makeover can't do, right? The ocean, I mean, it's been painted a million times,
That's
I'm
right.
sure. The iconic ocean liner will host a free day-long celebration. Guests can enjoy tours, live performances, special programming throughout the ship. The celebration will also feature the one-night debut of the Starlight Lounge, bringing back the ship's Art Deco nightlife experience. Today's event is free. First setting sail in 1936, the Queen Mary remains one of the most recognized and celebrated ocean liners in the world.
We've been there.
Yeah, we hunted ghosts.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
We were little
they
ghost
do ghost
hunters.
tours.
Did you find
Queen
them?
Mary.
One in the pool room.
Yeah.
Was it friendly?
I don't know, man. There was a little girl who stubbed her toe in the pool area like a long time ago.
Stubbed her toe.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? We made it fun. How about that?
Okay.
We made it fun, and I believe.
Right.
So if you believe, you have more fun channeling the ghost. There were some frequencies in some rooms, though, that we definitely experienced.
Wow. What's your frequency, Kenneth? That's isn't that a lot?
I know it is.
Yeah.
New this morning. That's right.
Okay.
New this morning, Beverly Hills is getting a major luxury makeover.
Ooh, the city has approved plans for a massive new Tiffany & Company flagship on Rodeo Drive, replacing the former Lux Hotel. 3 stories will feature 2 levels of retail, a 3rd-floor restaurant, and a private rooftop terrace for VIP events. Ooh, construction is underway and is expected to be completed by June 2028. Tiffany & Company says it will become its 2nd largest store in the U.S.
Wow.
Behind its New York flagship store.
You ever get a little blue box from somebody?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually gotten it for myself.
That's the best.
Yeah, you know.
I've seen
I can
people
get my
try
own
to
blue
sell
box.
those blue boxes on like Facebook Marketplace. Just the box.
I know. I won't throw
It's
it
like,
away.
why would you just
Can you
buy the box?
imagine?
I can't throw the box away. I
Can you
know.
imagine getting a blue box gift and it's not Tiffany?
The deceit.
Oh, my
No.
goodness.
Deceit.
Way.
I do like walking around that store though in New York. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's just
too.
like $90,000.
Right.
Is that all?
Oh well. Italian sports car brand Ferrari unveiled its first fully electric vehicle. Look at this, the Luce. Luce or Luce? Luce has 4 electric engines, all-wheel drive, and an advanced drivetrain. The company says the design has a more spacious interior than other models while maintaining high standards for performance. The starting price, $640,000.
Oh, is that all?
But how are they going to, you know, because electric cars sound a certain way, right? They sound like a spaceship. So how are you going to
That's
make a hot sports car like a Ferrari
Without the noise.
sound like a Ferrari?
Without the noise. I don't know.
Whenever I'm
The
in a
electric-
parking garage and I hear that sound, duck cover.
The electric, Porsches sell well. I mean, I see a bunch of those around.
Yeah.
They seem to. Someone will buy it for sure. All right, take a look at this. The Ferrari president showed off the new model to Pope Leo. The Pope got to sit in the driver's seat while Ferrari's test driver explained the steering wheels, controls. It has 1,000 horsepower and can hit 60 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds.
I mean, it makes sense because those EVs sound like they're dropping down from heaven, right? They sound like it sounds like somebody from heaven is coming to get you. So it only makes sense that the Pope is driving.
Now, I wonder if they'll auction off that car because this is the car that the Pope has sat in. Maybe people think it's blessed.
Right.
In a lot of ways, you know?
The Pope just came out and spoke against artificial intelligence,
That's
essentially taking over humanity and
Yeah.
Right.
humanity getting sucked away by artificial intelligence.
It's scary. It's such a delicate dance we have with AI,
is.
you know? Let's not use ChatGPT for everything. Let's remember we have our human brains to respond to people. We don't have to ask, how should I respond to this text?
Maybe not a text, but definitely an email.
Okay. You've got to draw a line somewhere.
Yeah.
You know? Speaking of auctioning off things, though, entertainment is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. 8 films make up the hair. Where's my little Harry Potter music? Do we have any? No? Oh, thank you. Thank you. 8 films. That's right. Get your wand. 8 films make up the Harry Potter franchise. This is my magic wand for the teleprompter. Scrolliamus. Yes. We've got 2001 to 2011. Memorable, thank you, Jen. Memorable characters, suspenseful stories, and magical props. Harry
Did you
Potter.
ever make anything happen? Anything you couldn't explain? You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what? You're a wizard. You want your broom back, Potter? Give it to your Malfoy. Mischief managed. New research from Stock Market Guides has revealed the most valuable Harry Potter props that have been sold in the past 20 years on Prop Store. All right.
Oh, the broom. Wouldn't the broom be one of them?
Broom's in the top 5, Jen, but it's not quite number 1, 2, or 3. The most expensive one, the Marauder's Map. Marauder's Map. It's sold in 2024 in December, maybe for the holidays. It features a detailed depiction of the school and includes a 3-dimensional pop-up staircase. Take a look. See?
That's the Marauders.
All the way to the left.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 2, you've got the 9 3/4 autographed by Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone platform sign. Number 3, we finally have the wand. It's the Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone Hero wooden wand. But I want to tell you the prices for 1 through 3. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The Marauders map sold for $324,112.
Wow.
That is a home in a lot of cities around America.
Absolutely it is.
And number 2, you had the Sorcerer's Stone platform, 9 3/4 sign. That sold for $138,600. The Hero wand I just told you about, $127,924.
Like a year's salary if you're lucky.
Yes.
You know?
You got to have the costume with the famous glasses, those round glasses. From 2002, it's a distressed costume. It sold for $100,000. And coming in at number 5, the broom, sweeping in $85,265. It's the Chamber of Secrets Hero Nimbus broom.
In an economy when lots of people worry about the price of gas, people are buying brooms for $85,000.
$85,000. Yep.
I thought we can't afford anything.
Right. This is why the contrast
It's
is.
like,
But you know there's
what?
always going to be someone,
Yeah.
right?
There is. There's
Someone's
always.
out there.
And you know what? You'll pay what you want if you're a super fan, which is why we want to ask you our poll question today. Would you buy a collectible from your favorite movie or TV show if the price is right? Money's no object. Maybe you already have something. No, but you'd buy merch like a t-shirt or a hat. You know what? I would love for you to go to foxlay.com/vote. Not only vote, but leave us a comment. I want to know the collectors out there that are watching us this morning. What film or series do you have something, maybe a signed script?
Ooh,
you know, like those silent auctions?
I mean, what about sports memorabilia? Because that's huge,
It is
right? Because
huge.
people are paying a lot of money for
You know what? If you have that.
Otani balls and things like that.
what
Baseballs.
would you spend? Yeah.
Why did you have to clarify?
Because you looked at me.
I did not.
we picked up what you put down. We knew what you were saying.
Yeah.
Now you made it weird.
Don't loop me into this, okay?
She made it weird.
Yeah. Getting back to my poll.
Thank you.
I would love for anyone who has a collectible baseball or a script or anything out there, let me know what you got. Bonus points if you send us a picture. A little pic.
I know what you were thinking.
Send us a pic.
Send us a ball.
Stu.
Of a baseball.
Stu.
Your baseball.
Send us a picture of a baseball.
Don't
Baseball.
get twisted now.
Well, only thing I can say is I've got a lamp from the actual Cat in the Hat movie, the original Cat in the Hat movie, which I got from one of one of the studio sale things. Love
Silent
that
auction?
lamp. My favorite. Every time I see it, I'm like the Cat in the Hat. That was right there, Mike Myers. Anyways, let's talk traffic. This traffic brought to us by Jacoby and Myers, injury lawyers. Got to get my voice back. Take a look at this traffic. That's going to be the 405. Yeah, we're in Brentwood, and I got to say, it is actually looking okay. You know, that's the 405, and it's the southbound. Usually we see it a lot slower. This morning we do see a little bit of movement, but then as soon as I said it, I'm like, ooh, now you're starting to hit the brakes right there. At any rate, give yourself a little extra time on that 405 southbound, just a little bit extra. It looks like it's moving along pretty well. Northbound, forget about it. That ride looks fantastic. Let's take a look at traffic hotspots.
If you've been injured in an accident, Jacoby and Myers will fight for the justice you deserve. And if we don't win, you won't pay a penny. We have earned the trust of tens of thousands of clients. Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice.
It's time for some good news this morning.
Yes, it is. A sweet surprise. A young girl in Minnesota was ordering from an ice cream truck when suddenly her dad popped out the window with her order. Mike Crawford is an EMT with the Army, and he'd been away for months. And look at that koala grip she's got on him. I love that. Oh my gosh, so happy. His daughter had no idea he was coming home. I love reunions like that.
They never get old.
Yeah, these
right?
ones we love so much.
Oh my gosh, just so happy.
Makes me so emotional. Beautiful, good news indeed. And as we take a look at the rest of this video, oh, so cute. All right, Good Day LA weather is brought to you by My Home Sold, and we do have some nice weather to talk about in terms of the marine layer, which is great news. It is giving us a chance for some light drizzle today and perhaps a little bit cooler for some of you. Big area of low pressure, or at least a line of some severe weather moving into parts of South and East Texas right now. Chances for some severe storms there. Also parts of the Gulf Coast, bringing some rain through parts of the Florida Panhandle. Look at the warm temperatures though across the plains. 91 in Omaha today. Bismarck, North Dakota, 94. 92 Minneapolis. So we've got warm temperatures all the way even into Nashville, 85 degrees, 84 in Boston. Conversely, on this side of the country, we've got an area of low pressure. So this is what's providing us some cooler temperatures, also some rain and some mountain snow in the Sierra Nevada. Great news for Mammoth Resort. They have extended officially their season to June 7th. So more skiing and snowboarding opportunities up there as it is snowing there today. We have the onshore flow, and that is going to give us some windy conditions. So all the areas shaded in the tan color here, the desert communities out towards the Coachella Valley as well. Wind gusts still possible, nearing 40 to 50 miles an hour. Here's one of our models. You can see that the radar's picking up some of that green stuff. That not all of it's going to reach the surface. However, a lot of this is cloud cover and also some light drizzle or light rain in some spots. Pockets of that today, possible into tomorrow. And then by next week, or rather this weekend, really, we're going to look for some drier conditions. And then by next week, Monday, Tuesday, as high pressure really strengthens, look at the arrows coming from the land to the ocean. We could get an offshore flow, and this is going to significantly clear out the clouds as well as warm the temperatures up as well above average, which I'll show you in just a sec. In the meantime, if you're headed to the beach today, a little chilly on the sand, 62 to 65. Those surf heights, though, growing 3 to 6 feet Ventura County, kind of a mix of west and south swells. A little bigger in OC and San Diego as well, 3 to 6. LA County, 2 to 4 feet. Here's our 7-day forecast. 65 along the coast, getting back to those 70s this weekend. Into next week, downtown LA, chilly 68 today, about 78 on Sunday to those low 80s by next week, Monday, Tuesday. The valleys, Inland Empire, only 69 degrees. Back to the mid-80s, though, this weekend. Look at this swing. 69 today to that 91 next week, Tuesday. The mountains, 50 degrees, some breezes, and that 10% chance for some drizzle. And then back to upper 70s next week. The high desert, 66 degrees. To around 85 on Saturday, and then back to the upper 90s next week. The Coachella Valley in the low desert, 80 degrees in Palm Springs. That's on the cooler side. To triple digits by Sunday into next week. All right, let's do some TV shout outs. Here we go. Oh, it's grad time. Congratulations to the beautiful Alyssa Lopez. Look at you. Congrats, congrats. C-Sun. Your family loves you so much and is so proud of you. And then congratulations to Ryder Yerington, the new graduate. We are so proud of you, love. Yama and Papa at El Toro High School. What a great photo of you. All right, keep those pictures coming. All you have to do is email them to us, tvshoutouts@fox.com. Please attach the photo. That's really important. Give us their name and a little tidbit of info I can share here. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this quick break. New York City. It's going to be warm there today, near 80 degrees.
right, good morning. Welcome to Good Day LA. It's 8 o'clock on this Wednesday, May 27th. Redondo Beach, live look right there. It's a little cloudy, little marine layer.
I love
coming
Redondo
in.
Beach.
Me too.
The Esplanade. That's the Esplanade. Maybe
Why
see
does
Rick
he say
Dickert
it like
running
that?
around over there.
Oh, you know,
Rick does his little run.
It's funny that you should say it because I always think too, like I always looking to see if we see him just sitting on that wall because it could be.
Well, they have those
our awesome
cameras,
Rick.
right? Don't they have the
They
cameras,
do.
the
Yeah,
live?
they really zoom in.
You never know who's watching you.
That Hermosa Beach camera, particularly. I'm surprised you didn't say this last Wednesday of the month of May because
It is.
Well, it is.
Yep.
I know. We're lamenting the end of spring. Well, unofficially anyway. We did welcome the unofficial start to the summer season with this Memorial Day holiday passed. We are feeling those cool spring temperatures though today. And look at the clouds and even some light drizzle getting picked up by the radar. So we've got an area of low pressure to our north and it's really helped to increase the onshore flow in that marine layer. It is 54 currently in Santa Clarita. It's 51 in Oxnard, 57 in San Bernardino, Big Bear chilly 39, 68 in Palm Springs. High temperatures will be noticeably cooler today, and it was cooler yesterday, about 80 degrees in the low desert expected, 66 in the high desert areas for the high temperature, and just 50 degrees up in the mountains. We do have that chance for some light showers, also some breezy conditions, especially over the mountains and deserts. The valleys, the IE 69, 68 for downtown LA, the average is 74, so we're running below that to the low mid 60s along our coast. How long will this little cool down last? I'll let you know coming up my complete forecast. But first, let's head back up to Stu and Sky Fox, get another traffic update on the freeways. A little busy. You know, some kids are actually now out of school, Stu, so hopefully it's not as bad as it could be.
Well, you know, Maria, oddly enough, that's kind of what I'm seeing, but still very busy indeed. Good morning to you, good morning to everybody. Take a look at that 101. Encino is where we are. Tail lights. Let's start with the tail lights. Northbound 101. So coming away from the 405 and clearly the other side southbound heading towards it. Just was playing with some of the tech in here. All these cars on both sides of the road topping out at 40 miles an hour. Kind of keep that in mind. That's kind of the 101 ride through the entire valley from the west side all the way out towards almost Burbank. If you're riding that 101 today, definitely give yourself a little extra time. Just really, really busy. Thank goodness, no accidents. Sending it back to Bob and Jen.
All right, thank you, Stu. Let's get right to some developing news out of Orange County. That's where thousands of Garden Grove residents are finally headed back home after a 6-day-long chemical crisis.
Gigi Graciette is live at the fire command post with the latest on the lifting of those evacuation orders. Gigi.
Bob and Jen, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Just a few seconds ago, we heard the loudspeaker announcing the start of the 8 a.m. briefing here at the command post. That's where officials will go over what happened overnight and, more importantly, what is the plan for today. But meanwhile, take a look. We sent Sky Fox to Garden Grove, and they were over GKN Aerospace and the now infamous tanks that hold that hazardous chemical known as MMA. The problem one you can see is the one with the peeling outer layer that was taken off on purpose to help with the cooling process, and apparently it helped. Meanwhile, at least 16,000 residents received news last night, the news that they have desperately been waiting for.
After an extensive operation, we're happy to report that all evacuation orders have been lifted and residents have started to return home.
As of last night, all remaining evacuation orders tied to the Garden Grove chemical tank emergency have been lifted, ending nearly a week of uncertainty for families and businesses across 6 Orange County cities. The immediate threat of a massive explosion, chemical leak, or fire has been mitigated, but the ordeal has left people angry, from residents to politicians. Even first responders are asking for accountability, demanding that GKN Aerospace be held responsible for what happened and that measures be taken so something like this doesn't happen again.
We demand and reject any GKN expansions, including any new permits. We do not want them in our city. And we need to hold GKN accountable for violating environmental regulation.
Now, as folks return home, the emergency response at GKN does continue. 2 of the 3 tanks they're holding, that MMA, have been what they call neutralized, and all eyes remain on the problem tank, the one that was at 92 degrees. Bringing it back here live, we're at the command post, and they are now in their morning briefing. Again, we should learn shortly what happened overnight. Did that temperature gauge go down? That's what they want to see. Has that liquid solidified, which would be the perfect scenario, and what the continued plan is. Bob and Jen?
So, Gigi, earlier we talked about the possible sanctions and then the criminal investigation against GKN. But what about the civil lawsuits? A lot of them have already been filed, right?
That's right. Many lawsuits have already been filed, most of them class action, which basically means that they represent a large group of people. They are going to be asking or seeking damages for anything from health concerns to emotional distress, for any cost expended. A lot of folks did not go to the shelters. A lot of people went to hotels and paid for those hotels themselves. And there's also a criminal investigation that we've talked about. It was launched by Orange County District Attorney Todd Spitzer. And one of the things that he's also looking at, he's not only looking at GKN, he told me he's also going to be looking at all of these attorneys that have flocked to Garden Grove. He wants to make sure that no one is taking advantage of vulnerable people, of the evacuees. He wants to make sure that all those lawsuits are filed in good faith and are in order, that there is absolutely no fraud there. So you're going to look at a lot of lawsuits. You're going to see a lot of investigations from local, state, and federal agencies. You're going to look at OSHA most likely coming in. They want to make sure that all protocols were followed and that employees were kept safe. Again, you've got the DA looking at if there is anything criminal or negligent about this. He set up an anonymous tip line for anyone with information, whistleblowers, to come forward if they have anything of relevance to what happened. Why did those valves fail? Why was there not a better Plan B put in place in case of an emergency? A lot of things are going to be looked at. And of course, you had State Senator Tom Umberg out here. He's been out here every single day, and he's also asking for an investigation. He told me he's got a lot of questions, including why was there a temperature gauge on that tank that you could only read if you got up close to the tank in question? So basically all of those firefighters that were sent in risking their lives to be able to come back with the information on the temperature in the tank. So a lot of questions.
And why the temperature maxed out to 100 too.
Right. And just to finally ease the concerns of all of the residents as the final residents do return back home, obviously there's still concern out there about any sort of toxicity that might be in the air, but the testing does continue.
That's right. The EPA very clearly said they're going to continue monitoring the air quality together with the Orange County's health department. So far, they have said that no contaminants have been detected. They clearly said the air is safe, and they said they're going to continue monitoring. They have sensors, those sophisticated machines in and around the immediate area of GKN and anywhere that the wind may carry something. So how long they'll continue that, I imagine until the situation is resolved. All the officials, because this is, they like to call it fluid and dynamic. It just keeps on going. They're not putting down any specific timelines or dates, right, because they need to resolve the issue first.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to know they're not letting their guard down. They're going to continue to monitor the situation there. And we'll stay on top of this also. Gigi, thank you very much. A pipeline rupture. It spilled crude oil into the LA River, has been contained, but there are efforts underway to still clean it up.
Mario Ramirez is standing by in Paramount now. He's got an update for us. Mario.
Yeah, as you mentioned, this started as a pipeline rupture in East LA, and it quickly turned into an all-out environmental cleanup that we can see continues this morning. Just take a look. We're on the other side of that cleanup crew. Over a dozen crews now suiting up in their hazmat gear. They've been working out of a nearby parking lot. This is along Alondra Boulevard near the LA River. Crew still working to contain the damage this morning. So let's go to the video here. You can see these crews working through the night in this area, actively searching the riverbed riverbed here for any remaining crude oil. They've built a large containment operation using oil-absorbing booms and spill pads designed to capture the oil before it moves any farther downstream. Along the riverbed path, we can also see bags of used materials quickly piling up. This cleanup effort happening about 11 miles south of the original oil leak site. So let's take you back to that leak happening in East LA at the intersection of East Cesar Chavez and Eastern Avenue. When crews first arrived, crude oil bubbling up through the street, spreading across the intersection there before pouring into storm drains that empty into the LA River. At least 2,400 gallons were released. State wildlife officials say 25 birds so far were contaminated by the spill, taken in for treatment, and nearby residents this morning tell us there was no notice about the leak or potential impacts. Many, like Nancy we spoke with, found out when they saw or smelled the aftermath for themselves.
Well, the first day, the last week, I just smelled like oil, but was a little light oil, but now it's really like a dark. We don't know what's going on. What will be happening, and especially with the ocean.
You think the oil is impacting the wildlife?
Well, I think so.
That's why you don't think you see the ducks anymore?
No, I don't see any ducks anymore.
As she walks along this part of the riverbed every morning, and we did spot a duck here in this affected water, raising continued concerns about the impact on wildlife as cleanup efforts continue. And public health officials, they're urging residents to avoid contact with contaminated water, keep children and pets away from affected areas, and wash thoroughly if exposed. Now, back out here live, you can see some of those homes lining one side of the riverbed, plenty of businesses on the other side of the 710 freeway. Officials say air monitoring continues, and so far they haven't detected harmful conditions for nearby communities. And they add that they've been able to keep oil from spreading any farther down here, the riverbed here, into the ocean. So that cleanup here, a massive effort continues this morning. Live in Paramount, I'm Mario Ramirez. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Mario, thank you. New this morning, former Attorney General Pam Bondi has cancer. Reports confirmed that she was recently diagnosed with thyroid cancer shortly after leaving the Department of Justice last month. Her cancer diagnosis was announced at the same time news of President Trump appointed her to a key advisory committee on AI policy. Sources say the 60-year-old has undergone treatment and is currently recovering.
Matthew Perry's live-in assistant will be in an LA courtroom today, set to be sentenced for his role in the actor's death.
Yeah, Brooke joins us now with the latest on this. Good morning.
Yeah, it's a big day. Kenneth Iwamasa is now facing serious jail time for his role in Perry's death. He has already pleaded guilty to conspiracy to distribute ketamine. He admitted to injecting the actor multiple times on the day he died.
Yeah, so these two, they had a long relationship.
They've known each other for more than 30 years. Right, Perry's family says Iwamasu was treated like family. Court documents show he actually became his live-in assistant in 2022, so you think they knew each other for decades before that. At one point making $150,000 a year as his assistant. Of course, now everything is different. He faces up to 15 years in prison.
Yes, I mean, he's on the payroll. Clearly somebody who is a longtime trusted associate of Matthew Perry, the length of this relationship. Obviously, he knew a lot about Matthew Perry's addiction struggles, mental health struggles. Prosecutors say he found him unconscious in the home at least twice before his death.
Yeah, like you can't imagine, how could he not, right?
Yeah.
Know everything about these battles here. They also say, prosecutors say, that he saw Perry freeze up, become unable to speak, and yet they believe he still injected Perry with 6 to 8 shots a day.
Yeah, knowing that he had these struggles and still continuing to supply him with even more drugs, because at that point Matthew Perry had built up a tolerance to the drugs that he'd already been taking.
Yeah, and so there's this conversation happening about the fact that Perry was with his boss, and there's like these power dynamics at play here.
Yeah, it's interesting because Iwamasu's lawyers point to that exactly. They say it's not a situation where he could simply say no. They don't believe he could. But you know, I talked with a communication and behavior expert about that. She says the power dynamic, she believes, actually shifted here because Perry was an addict in need of help.
Well, it's not really that cut and dry. He may not be a man without a conscience. It's just an opportunistic time for him, and he took advantage. And that's really the bottom line. The power dynamics are very much a very important thing and very much to be considered, because with regard to power dynamics, obviously the boss has the power. Obviously they're in control. But when they're not in control, the assistant oftentimes takes control, and that's where the problem is.
Okay, so there's feeling like you're not in control of the situation, but then there's also what happens afterwards. So after he discovered Matthew Perry in the hot tub, Iwamasa allegedly he tried to destroy any digital records and shred documents along with that.
They say that he destroyed evidence, that he lied and omitted important information when talking to police. But interestingly enough, they also, prosecutors say, he was one of the first to come forward, the first to cooperate in this. There's so much here to this. I think overall, Perry's family has been on the record calling Iwamasu's behavior in this a betrayal. They say they trusted him to have Perry's best interest at heart. He's going to be sentenced today in federal court. He is the final of 5 defendants to be sentenced for their role in what has become really a massive conspiracy in this actor's death.
Yeah, because there was the woman who was known as the ketamine queen, who was already sentenced. Right, that you're looking at her right now.
2 doctors.
2 doctors.
A drug counselor. Right.
So a handful of people have already been charged and sentenced with this. He's the final of 5. All right. We'll have to see what happens. Brooke, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go over to Stu now.
Hey, Stu.
Hey, good morning, everybody. This traffic report, Skyvox traffic, actually. Skyvox traffic brought to us by My Home Sold. Take a look at that 405 drive. Yes, it is kind of what you expected. This is going to be in the Sherman Oaks area. Southbound 405, you're hitting brakes right about Sherman Way. Very slow and go as you make your way over that Sepulveda Pass today. Northbound from West LA out to the 118 and beyond. Wide open, moving well. Let's take a look at some traffic hotspots.
Hi, I'm Adrian with My Home Sold, and we want to buy your house. We buy any house in any condition. No commissions, no closing costs, and no repairs. Go to myhomesold.com for a free same-day cash offer. That's myhomesold.com.
Rescuers in Laos say 5 of 7 villagers stuck in a flooded cave have been found alive. 2 are still missing. They've been trapped inside the cave for more than a week. According to reports, the group was possibly searching for gold when they became trapped following heavy rainfall. Expert divers known for the dramatic rescue of the young soccer team from the Thai cave in 2018 joined the rescue mission on Monday.
I remember when that happened. Take a look out at this video from Florida. Severe storms. This is a nightmare. Severe storms sent a massive bounce house flying, drifting past a yard, even hitting a parked SUV. The National Weather Service says winds hit about 38 miles per hour
I
on
feel like
Sunday.
we see this happen all the time.
Well, you got to batten down the hatches, right?
Well, I mean, if you know that
Aren't
a
those
storm,
things secured, typically?
They had to have known that a storm this strong was coming.
They had to have known. Unless it was one of those things like a pop-up storm, which, I mean, I guess it happens. Yeah, launched it. Thankfully, okay, things have cleared up over the last few days for anybody who's looking for some pre-summer fun.
It's Florida. They have storms.
Anything can happen.
Right. The United Kingdom smashed a century-old temperature record for the second time just this week. Here's what's happening across the pond. On Monday, the UK recorded the hottest temperature ever in May, with the mercury reaching 92 degrees Fahrenheit. That broke the previous record of 91.4 degrees set in 1922 and 1944. It got even hotter yesterday, reaching 95 degrees. Usually temperatures don't go higher than the 60s until later in the summer. London also recorded a rare tropical night, defined as one in which temperature does not fall below 68 degrees.
Ooh.
There's nothing like, having lived in New York City, there's nothing like living in a city
the soupy,
when it gets that hot
summers
and
and the
sweltering.
humidity.
Right,
And
on
the whole city
pavement.
starts to smell, right?
Right. Like
whatever's on the pavement just comes right up in your nose.
basically hot garbage and sewage.
And other things.
And sewage coming. Yeah.
The description, and I love it. It's like, I love it. I want to live in New York.
Yum.
With that kind of description. Yeah, Europe experiencing another major milestone when it comes to heat and the earlier, right, with these temperatures coming in. It's all part of climate change and the snow melting. And they're not equipped for this kind of heat, as you know, if you've traveled to Europe. A lot of these buildings are meant to trap heat because of the predominantly cold winters that they would have. But so something very different there with a dome of high pressure that is dominating the weather in Europe and through parts of Africa, all the way down to that south. For us, conversely, on this side of the coast here, we've got an area of low pressure right now and kind of a late season storm. We've got an upper level low pressure system that is bringing some rain and some snow up the parts of the Sierra Nevada. I know Mammoth has extended its season to now June 7th, so you can still get some skiing and some snowboarding fun in place there with this area of low pressure lingering through tomorrow. It will eventually move out of here by Friday, and then high pressure behind it will start to build. It will give us some warmer temperatures over the weekend and then much warmer as we get into next week, as that high pressure will give us a slight offshore flow, and with that will help to warm the atmosphere to well above normal. So until then, though, it will be on the chilly side and a little breezy still through parts of the desert communities. The wind advisory in effect until around 11 o'clock this morning, and then the wind should start to subside, but it's still going to be breezy at times as you make your drive and make your way to the mountains and the desert communities. Look at the snow that's falling there, and it was snowing just a few moments ago up in Mammoth when I last looked. 49 degrees there today for that high temperature. 66 in Inglewood, so that's on the cooler side. Anaheim, here's your day planner out in Orange County. We've got the clouds, most definitely. That sun will try to peek through the cloud cover by this afternoon, but temperatures stay below average in the mid 60s there at 5 p.m. this afternoon. Thousand Oaks also with the clouds lingering through the afternoon hours with temperatures staying in the 60s. Big Bear, different story. Sitting up above the cloud cover, a lot of sunshine up in the mountains in San Bernardino Mountains, but temperatures are also cooler though than where we were over the weekend. Simi Valley, we've got the clouds. Mostly cloudy conditions will continue with temperatures also in the mid 60s. And out towards the beach, Laguna Beach, mostly cloudy skies at the moment, and then trying to break through that cloud cover is that sunshine, but it'll only be in the low 60s. I'll show you that 70 forecast coming up in just a few moments, but stay with us. We'll be right back after this quick break.
8:28 is your time. There are those clouds.
A gray West LA
You know what?
in the month of May.
Say goodbye to May Gray. Say goodbye, because May's
and
almost over.
say hello to June Gloom?
That's right.
Is that?
I mean,
Yeah. All right, so 8th graders at one school are learning Business 101 in the form of a popular reality show.
Coco McAvoy live in Boyle Heights with more on this student Shark Tank. I love Shark Tank.
Hello, sharks.
Hello, sharks.
Hey there, I love Shark Tank too. I think it is such a fun show. So I think it's amazing that the 8th grade students here at Dolores Mission School and Church will be launching their own businesses, pitching their ideas to a panel of judges later this morning. But to tell us more about the program, I am here with Annette now and Father Brendan. I'm going to start with you though, Annette. If you can tell us all about this Business 101 program.
Sure. So it was started by one of our supporters, Pat McCabe, who came for a tour last March, and he started this at the high school he ran, and he asked, do you think your 8th graders would love to do Shark Tank? Would they learn something about Business 101? Like, would it be valuable? And we said, absolutely. So we tried it with our 8th graders. It's been an exciting program. They've learned all about how to start a business, about entrepreneurship, about being a CEO, a CFO, chief strategist, how to come up with an idea and follow through with it. They wrote business plans, and all year since last September, they've been working on these businesses, and now today is the culmination of it with Shark Tank. And we're going to see who is the strongest company and who will win.
I love that. I can't wait to see the competition. And Father Brendan, from your perspective, why was it important to make sure the students have access to this program?
Yeah, well, here at Dolores Mission, and I think in Catholic education in general, we talk about the education of the whole person. So we're not just preparing our students to do well in the classroom, but to be real leaders out in the community. And so this program's given them a lot of skills in public speaking and organizing teams and being creative in their ideas. And then all of them are doing what they can to give back and serve the community here at Dolores Mission and beyond. So
I love that. I love the skills that they're learning. I have to introduce you to the CEOs now, the students. I'm going to start with Zia here. You're holding something that looks delicious. Yes. Tell us about your business.
Well, I'm Zia Carrasco. I'm the CEO of my group, Mr. Marshmallows. This is our Cookie Monster cookie and a pamphlet of my business with a brief introduction, our products, Mr. Marsh, who we based our company off of. He's our social studies / religion teacher, and then our Instagram and our TikTok. So I'm a DMS student here, but I'm a future Tiger at Ramona Convent Secondary School. And basically our company was originally all about marshmallows, but we have expanded to cookies, personal cakes, chamoy gummies, and all types of treats.
And you've even sold in Europe, right?
Yeah, we made it all the way to Paris.
That's amazing. My favorite city. That's so cool. Congratulations to you. I also want to introduce you now to Mateo and Teddy. They're in a business together. So tell us about your business.
Our business is S's Snacks. It's modeled after our art teacher, Mr. S, who is very influential. I mean, we all love him here. So, but our business itself, it's basically like anything you could find at a dollar store sold here at Dolores Mission. So think of chips, juices, snacks, all that, but here at a low price. Anything you want to add, Teddy?
Well, with our classmates and other business groups, some of them cost a little more than ours because we make sure our product is available to everyone to be able to buy something.
I love that. That's so cool. And what a great idea. I also want to introduce you now to Caleb and Kayla. They're in a business together as well. So tell us about your business.
Yeah, so first, it's great to be here. I'm glad to have this opportunity, but our group is called Romans Panaderia. We are a group that sells baked treats, so we sell cookies, we sell choco flans, and mangoneadas, but it really depends on the weather. So here we just love to give treats, and we know a good treat can always bring a smile to someone's face. So, yeah.
That's very true. A good treat will bring a smile to someone's face. And Kayla, what has it meant to you to be part of this?
Well, ever since we started business class, I feel like I've really been more engaged with my classmates, and so it's really been a great opportunity because it's a good privilege to have because not a lot of people get this. That's why I'm so grateful for it. And yeah, I think this has really also inspired me to learn more about business as I go into high school, so this is my last year. So yeah, I think I would definitely be looking more into business and making, I guess, a business for myself.
Well, I love that. All of these students are so inspiring. They're so smart as well, with wonderful businesses. So we know they're going to have bright futures, but I'm really looking forward to see them pitching to the judges later this morning in the Shark Tank style competition. I'll send it back to you.
I'll give them $2,000 of Bob DeCastro's money in exchange for 50% stake in their company.
Yes, of Bob DeCastro's money. That's right.
I might invest. I don't know. I like those chamoy gummies, the
Heck yeah.
choco flan. It all sounded pretty good. Are you going to be are you going to be like an honorary shark there? Are you gonna kind of weigh in?
I'm going to try. I definitely want to weigh in, for sure. I like all of their ideas, though, so I don't want to actually judge because I like them all.
I know, I like them all, too.
Coco, was there ever an idea that you had that you were like, I need to make this happen? Is there an idea that you're cooking up?
No. That's why I'm always jealous of people that watch Shark Tank. I'm like, how did you come up with that?
Right.
You know, I never have any good ideas.
Right. You're like, these amazing kids, right?
These are great
can they come up with this stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why can't
Some of
I
the
do
best
something
ideas
like
are like, why has this not happened sooner? You know?
Yeah.
How about you, Bob?
We'll be rich someday.
Thank you,
No, that's why I haven't come up with a good idea. That's why I'm still here 20 years later.
Western wear, follow me here, Western wear, but call it ranch dressing. Oh!
Well, now someone's going to take that idea and run with it.
Gosh darn
Unless it's already out there.
It probably is. Be right back. it to your tongue?
Right. You take the toothpaste.
We're
squeeze it a
dividing.
bit,
We're
put it on your
dividing and
tongue,
conquering.
and there you go.
We're talking about how Bryce Harper brushes his teeth. If you don't know, look it up. It's everywhere now. Because apparently, this is how
But
he
if it's
brushes
your
his
own
teeth.
tube of toothpaste, what does it matter?
Because that's just not the way to do it.
It's just not the way. So this is what's dividing the newsroom in there, okay?
The toothpaste thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's not. We got on that from something else.
Separate
Yes.
thing.
When you go on a vacation,
Right.
a trip, and you come back, which one are you of these two options?
Yeah.
Do you unpack right away?
Oh, this is a good one.
Or do you wait to unpack that suitcase?
Right away.
Right away?
No,
You wait?
I wait.
Why wait?
Last night, not even an hour home, my husband has his suitcase unpacked, laundry's going.
Yeah, that's Jared.
Yes.
Yeah, he'll do that.
Yeah.
Right away.
Right
Are you
away.
right away?
I'm right away.
Clothes are dirty.
We are
Right away.
divided.
You'd like to start the week fresh.
Yeah.
Everything's ready.
Yes.
Everything's set to
No,
go.
I had my suitcase sitting. I was eating snacks, watching Summer House.
Don't you want to decompress after you come back from a travel day?
I did.
How hard
Like,
is it?
sit
How
down
hard
and
is it to throw
relax for a few
laundry in
minutes.
a
But
machine?
it's the same way when you get somewhere from a trip. The first thing I do is unpack.
That's what I do too.
Put away. Unpack,
Same.
put
I
stuff
do
away.
do that.
Same.
You hang stuff and put it in the drawers?
Yes. You don't hang.
Yeah.
You live out of your suitcase.
I hang
Sometimes
and
I do.
Oh,
I was told not to
It's
put
so
stuff in the drawers of a
fast.
hotel
Well,
room.
There you go. And you know what? If you have
get
bed
you.
bugs and you don't wash your clothes as soon as you get home, then you're going to get some bed bugs in your own bed.
Well, who's wearing their clothes in the bed?
Yeah, how many bed bugs have you gotten, Bob?
Beds crawl to your bed. They crawl from your clothes and your suitcase to your bed.
created a firestorm here.
I know, the newsroom's
Amanda.
divided. I learned so much about our staff.
We're not so
Yeah.
divided here. I feel
No,
like
we are. We're actually split
Oh, are we
half and
split
half.
halfway?
Yeah, Jen and I wait because we're normal.
It's
Oh,
it's
just
personality, attention to detail, and
Yes.
responsibility versus.
It's also
versus go on.
very bad.
well.
Enjoying your life and going with the flow.
Versus it can wait a day
come
or
on.
7.
Yeah. Enjoying
It's
your
like
life.
enjoying your life in cleanliness and order.
Okay, you guys are making me laugh.
Why don't we just wife swap
Carry,
up in here?
carry on. What? Okay, you carry on. And I'm going to go on to this for now, okay? This is funny. We've got some clouds outside the visibility map showing you that marine layer is definitely extended inland. It's actually producing some light drizzle outside in some places. So today and tomorrow, some light rain chances or even some drizzle. And then it will warm up this weekend into the 70s and 80s. And then next week, it's going to be even warmer as we welcome a new month, actually, a week from now. Oh, my gosh. No, less than a week from now. My goodness, look at the calendar. We've only got 5 days left of the month of May. And today, we will likely add a blue box for that below average high temperature. We have not had measurable rain so far this month, so perhaps today and tomorrow we would get a little tiny something. That chance definitely is there, so we'll wait and see at the end of the day. But 68 degrees is what we're expecting for downtown. That is well below 74. Our sunset time at 7:56. These are the highs we're expecting today. 49 in Fraser Park, that's chilly. 50 in Big Bear, 66 in Ontario, to that 65 in Santa Monica. All right, stay with us because we have more discussions, more news, weather, and traffic coming up after this break, okay? Oh, no, I'm supposed to toss to you. What am I saying?
Hey, listen, we're always up for talking. But we do have this developing news out of Orange County. The Garden Grove chemical tank crisis, gosh, is finally over. And this morning, thousands of residents are making their way back home.
We see Gigi right there at the command post in Cyprus. She has the very latest on the situation. Gigi.
That's right. Good morning from Cyprus, the command post. Just a short while ago, we saw one of those large command post vehicles being driven away. So there are signs that they are downgrading the emergency response. This, as thousands of people were allowed to return home yesterday evening. And take a look. Skyfox above the infamous tanks, 3 of them that are holding this hazardous chemical MMA. The problem one, you can clearly see that one. That's the one with the peeling outer layer that was actually taken off on purpose to help with the cooling process. Now, we were able to see the robots that were deployed with those unmanned hoses. They are not continuing to put water on the tank, which is a good sign. That means at the very least, it is holding. Stability is a very important factor, and the goal is for that chemical to solidify. Now, yesterday, they explained to us that there are special listening mechanisms that can be put up against test the tank to determine exactly how many gallons of the chemical are still left in fluid form. Then they're able then to do their calculations and determine how much of it has solidified, which would be the best case scenario here. Again, all evacuation orders have been lifted. Residents allowed to come back. At one point, 50,000, an estimated 50,000 people were out of their homes, and that's not even counting all the businesses that had to close. Bringing it back here live, you were looking live at the command post. This is where officials have been working 24/7. They even had showers here, mobile shower units, because they were sleeping here on the scene. We've seen a lot of the trucks leave. A lot of them, though, still remain, and we are hoping to get an update from the Orange County Fire Authority shortly on what happened overnight and what the plans are for that tank now. Reporting live from Cyprus, I'm Gigi Graciero. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Gigi, thank you for that update.
Thank you, Gigi. All right, jumping into entertainment, sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. My two favorite characters from Yellowstone are hitting it big with Dutton Ranch. Season 1 delivered the biggest original series debut in Paramount Plus's history with 12.9 million global viewers in its first week.
If either one of you want to walk, I won't hold it against you. We're with you.
I'll be right next to you.
Thought I'd seen my last firefight.
I wanted peace.
You can't chase peace.
I love Rip and Beth, and if you watch Yellowstone, I'm sure you do too. Ed Harris joining this spin-off. It also ranked as the #1 streaming show, according to Nielsen. It scored cable's biggest premiere since 2023 on Paramount Network. The Dutton family is bringing big numbers, though, to this, because this is carrying over the Yellowstone fandom, maybe even the 1923 fandom. So whatever Taylor Sheridan touches, it's basically gold. The streamers' numbers came in with 12.9 million global viewers in its first week. Pretty big.
It's got Annette Bening.
Ed Harris, Annette Bening.
My friend Andrea was visiting from New York this weekend. She's a huge fan of this series.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, isn't that Buff or whatever?
Oh, Rip? Yeah.
Right. I couldn't for the life of me figure out the name.
That's okay. He is Buff.
He is.
He is.
Maybe that was like subliminal messaging, you know?
He is buff.
It's a good
and
one.
Ripped, and he is, I think, what women like, that safety and that cowboy kind of feel. And he
Buff guys, you mean?
Yeah, that's buff cowboy bearded men.
Well, listen,
with the hands.
That said, would you be an investor in my company, Ranch Dressing, if I asked you to be?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my clothing company.
Absolutely, I would.
There isn't a ranch dressing out there. I checked.
Let's do it. And it's like dressing you like a ranch. I love it.
You checked.
It sells itself.
It exists.
His famous quote from Yellowstone, because she's all over the place and he's that grounded cowboy for her.
Yeah.
He sips his coffee and he looks at her and says, I don't have the energy for you today.
Wow, that's what Bob says to us every day.
Every day Bob says the same thing.
Not quite the same way.
Except not the same way.
He says it with his eyes.
And his soul. Hey, remember Ask and You Shall Receive? You asked if any of our viewers had sports memorabilia.
Wow, there you go.
Well, first let's check in on our poll, which you buy a collectible from your favorite movie or TV show. 30% saying if the price is right, but 42% are saying no, they'd rather buy merch. Merch, obviously more affordable and still paying homage to your favorite. We got some comments. Johnny in Santa Clarita saying Back to the Future collector here.
Ooh, I wonder what he has.
Ooh,
The
McLaren.
DeLorean?
The DeLorean.
Yes.
McLaren.
The DeLorean.
Maybe. Send us a picture of that. Also, Yvette in Pasadena said, I would buy simple merch. Too expensive to be a collector at this time. Hey, I met a viewer at the airport who's from Pasadena. He said good morning to us.
Oh, good morning.
He says they call it Pasadonuts. Do they?
Pasadona?
I never heard that.
Why? Because there's
I don't
some
know.
good donut shops out there?
Jessica in Lakeport says, my parents got me a script from the 1960s Adam 12 show, along with replica IDs. The script is from the EP Assassination, or the episode Assassination. I've had this script since I was 14 years old. I'm now 26 and still loving Adam 12.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
Wow, that is really cool. Send us a picture. Well, we got some pictures. Chris
my
sent
gosh.
us some really cool sports stuff. He says he was at Kobe's 81-point game in which his sister and him appear in the background. So they framed this. He said he's had his ticket frame with other memorable Kobe games and tickets, which I truly miss now since everything is on digital, the tickets being the digital tickets now. Thank you for saying that, Chris. Also, guess who this is?
Wow.
Party Time Magazine said, please show this on TV. While asking, you shall receive. This is an autographed Wes Pence picture, a.k.a. Diplo, the DJ. His rookie card. Yes, that is Diplo, whose real name, Wes Pence. Yeah.
Yes.
Look at that.
That's the thing, it's like, you know, people spend money on experiences and memories, which is really, really good thing to spend money on things that, you know, bring people together, make you feel better.
But that's why it's like it's important to have something that's tangible.
Here, I brought this. Will you sign this tissue?
Someday.
Will you sign it now?
Oh, wow. I think he will. Now it's worth real money. Here you go.
No?
What?
There you go.
Bob, you gonna sign it?
It's worth a snot of money.
Oh!
Worth a snot of money.
I love it.
I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, very good. He's not going to do that.
He's running away from that one.
What a cliffhanger.
Shall I begin here? I guess so.
Put a little boogie in it.
Oh, hey. Good day, LA traffic. Sponsored by law offices of Jacob and Ronnie, and call jacob.com. All right, back to serious news here. We do have this collision that involved up to 3 vehicles. The Freeway High Patrol is headed to the scene there, if not already there. Northbound 405 at Studebaker Road. You can see the delays behind that crash. And look at your real-time traffic through the downtown LA area. Give yourself 43 minutes westbound from downtown through Mid-City to get to the west side. Now 46 minutes. Northbound 110 from the 405 going inbound, 25 minutes. And a live Caltrans camera look. This is going to be the 405 southbound as you make your approach to the Sepulveda Pass. Heavy as expected. Meanwhile, the northbound stretch of the 405 looking pretty good at this hour. Here's a look at some other traffic hotspots.
So I do hot yoga every day. After the accident, my lower back was so stiff I couldn't move, and I called Jacob. They treated me like a king. I did not have to deal with anything. If you're in an accident, call Jacob. Call Jacob.
this weather is sponsored by the law offices of Larry H. Parker. Beautiful view of Santa Monica. As you can see here, we can see the marine layer and that cloud cover and that May gray, which is nice. It just adds moisture in the atmosphere. An area of low pressure nearby to our north, helping to produce not just some windy conditions over the mountains and deserts, even along the coast, but also some light drizzle chances for us today and into tomorrow as that upper low continues to spin up to our north. By the way, bringing snow to the Sierra Nevada and Mammoth. They have extended their season another week into June 7th. 65 degrees today along the coast with that 10 to 30% chance for drizzle. A little bit left over of that tomorrow into Friday, and then we're going to warm things up into the 70s. Back to the 70s and even 80s for downtown LA, inland Orange County. 68 still tomorrow with a little chance for some drizzle, but back to the 70s, upper 70s for the weekend, low 80s by next week, Monday, Tuesday. Valleys, Inland Empire, 69 today, a little instability, same for tomorrow, and then back to 84 on Saturday. Look at that, 91 by next week, Tuesday. So we're really swinging these temperatures from well below average to above average by next week. Mountains 50 degrees, some breezy conditions, maybe 53 tomorrow, but back to the upper 70s by next week, Tuesday. Here in the high desert area, 66 degrees, 85 this weekend on Saturday, 88 on Sunday, and of course the Coachella Valley a little bit warmer as we look ahead. But today, not bad, just a 80-degree high temperature, 88 on Friday, and look at the triple digits returning Sunday into next week, perhaps 105 by Tuesday. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Maria. So the World Cup kicking off in, wow, 15 days.
15 days.
Can you believe it? And now we officially know who is on the roster for the U.S. men's national team. 26 players were introduced at a big event in New York City yesterday afternoon. This year's team brings back a number of veterans, at least half of whom played at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, but also adds first-timers as well. 13 of the players currently compete in Europe's biggest soccer leagues, and 8 of them come from the ranks of Major League Soccer in the U.S. And, of course, you can catch all the World Cup games right here. We're your home. We're going to be here with pre, post, and in-between game shows right here on Fox 11.
All right, time now to check in with Roxy and Sandra. What's coming up on Good Day LA over the next couple of hours? Good morning.
Good morning. So you've heard about a helicopter parent, but have you heard the term beta mom? We'll discuss the under-parenting trend.
And Mahjong is taking over game night, why the ancient Chinese game is exploding in popularity.
Good morning. Welcome to 9 a.m. on this Wednesday morning. I'm Roxy Carpadian.
I'm Sandra Endo. Thanks for joining us. Welcome back, Maria. You're bringing the sunshine.
Oh, thank you. No sunshine.
No, she's not.
I'm actually not. I left it behind in the San Bernardino Mountains. But you know what? Thankfully, gladly, I love the marine layer, the strong onshore flow that's outside right now. You can see the cloud cover and that marine layer extending all the way into the Inland Empire this morning. We're even picking up some light moisture, some drizzle, and some light showers, or you know, a little bit of that is good. Spring showers, right? 59 degrees currently in Pasadena, a little cooler because of the onshore flow. 61 in San Bernardino. Speaking of, 45 in Big Bear, 69 in Palm Springs right now, to that 60 degrees in Riverside. High temperatures this afternoon. Actually, a little cooler. Noticeably, only 80 degrees in the low desert, 66 in the high desert areas, the mountains 50. We still have some gustier winds over the mountains and deserts. Look at downtown LA's high temperature, just 68 degrees today, well below the average. Upper 60s as well for the valleys and the Inland Empire. How long will this cool down last? It's not going to last, you know, for too long. I'll tell you when exactly, show you the 7-day in just a few moments. In the meantime, I'll send it back to you too.
All right, developing this morning, there's welcome news in Orange County as authorities have lifted all evacuation orders tied to the Garden Grove chemical scare.
Let's go to Gigi right now, live at the Fire Command Post in Cypress with the very latest. Gigi.
That's right. They've had their morning briefing. All the officials have been updated on what the tank did or didn't do overnight. Hopefully, it stayed stable. And we've watched as the command post here at the Los Alamitos race course seems to be getting smaller. We saw some larger trucks being pulled out early this morning, but still no official update on what the plan is for today. But take a look, because Skyfox was above GKN Aerospace early this morning in Garden Grove. You see there the now infamous tanks holding that hazardous chemical, MMA. The problem one is the one you see with a peeling outer layer. That was actually taken off on purpose to help with the cooling process. We see the unmanned robots with the water hoses still in place, but no more water is being put on that tanks from those hoses. The tank has some sprinklers on top, and those appear to continue to operate. Meanwhile, last night at a community meeting, residents received the news they had desperately been waiting for. All remaining evacuation orders tied to the Garden Grove incident have been lifted, ending nearly a week of uncertainty for so many families and business owners across 6 Orange County cities. The immediate threat of that massive explosion, a chemical leak or fire, has been mitigated. But the ordeal has left people angry, and they're asking for accountability. They're also asking that measures be taken so something like this does not happen again.
Given GKN's history of violations and neglect, can the city work with other government agencies to get it shut down immediately?
Again, residents, politicians, everyone asking for something to change so we don't see a crisis like the one that affected so many tens of thousands of people taken out of their homes, so many businesses. I mean, you have to factor in also the economic impact that these businesses suffered, especially being closed, many of them looking forward to that holiday weekend for extra business. And of course, that didn't happen for so many. Again, we're at the command post this morning awaiting an update from Orange County Fire Authority. Hope to bring you more good news. As soon as we get that, we will bring it to you. Reporting live in Cypress, I'm Gigi Graciet. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Gigi, thank you.
We have some breaking news right now. Let's go up to Stu and Skyfox in South LA. What's going on down below, Stu?
Hey, South Los Angeles is where we are. Huge fireworks bust just happening out here off of 85th Street. Now, you know it's going to be 4th of July. Before you know it, illegal fireworks, always an issue. 77th Division of LAPD, their detectives working a case, served a warrant, and what did they find? They found a house apparently filled from top to bottom with illegal fireworks. You can see some LAPD down there right now. Now the deal is, what do you do with those fireworks? They've got to dispose of them. They got to get them out there safely. You have LAPD down there. I know for a fact you also have some bomb squad vehicles down there as well. LAPD, they do have 85th Street out here in South Los Angeles, closed between Main and San Pedro. They haven't heard about any evacuations. wouldn't be surprised if it might happen. Right now, though, apparently they have somebody in custody. They have a lot of fireworks they have to dispose of. Again, this all happening in South Los Angeles. I'm Stu up in Skybox, sending it back to you all in the studio.
Stu, thank you so much. Dozens of containment booms are now preventing an oil spill in the LA River from flowing into the ocean.
But it's unclear how long it'll take to clean up the mess. And Mario Ramirez joins us now in Paramount with an update. Mario.
Hi, Sandra Roxia. While the leak has been controlled, the air monitoring and the cleanup effort very active this morning. Just take a look behind me. We're along the LA River here near Alondra and the 710 freeway, and you get an idea just how far this cleanup operation has moved downstream, 11 miles south from the original leak. So let's show you a video here. Crews working through this area overnight, dragging bags of oil-soaked material, replacing used containment booms, and searching the riverbed with flashlights for any remaining oil overnight. Contracted cleanup crews, they built a large containment operation using those booms and spill pads designed to capture the oil before it moves farther downstream. A staging area also set up in the Home Depot parking lot right next to the river as crews cycle through all that cleanup equipment. Now, the initial leak happening in East LA. Let's bring you back to that scene, the intersection of Cesar Chavez and Eastern, where officials say a construction crew installing fiber optic line struck an underground crude oil pipeline early Friday morning. That 16-inch pipeline carrying oil from Kern County to the port of Long Beach. Officials say the flow was shut down within about 30 minutes after that rupture was reported, but not before spilling at least 2,400 gallons of crude oil flowing into storm drains and into the LA River. State wildlife officials say 25 birds contaminated by the spill so far and taken into care for treatment. And as this cleanup continues, residents in the area say they were given no notice, not a word from any officials about the leak or the potential impacts.
Well, the first day, the last week, I just smelled like oil, but was a little light oil, but now it's really like a dark. We don't know what's going on. What will be happening? And especially with the ocean.
You think the oil is impacting the wildlife?
Well, I think so.
That's why you don't think you see the ducks anymore?
No, I don't see any ducks anymore.
Yeah, we did spot a duck here in the riverbed today this morning, a sign wildlife remains vulnerable out here. Officials say if you see a sick or oil-covered animal, don't try to handle it yourself. Call trained wildlife responders. And if we come back out here live, crews out here picking up piles of trash lining the riverbed. And while officials say brief exposure is not expected to cause long-term health effects, the message is still clear. Stay away from these contaminated areas and let crews finish their cleanup safely. For now, live here in Paramount near the LA River. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
A lot of work to do there. All right, Mario, thank you. On to this now. Matthew Perry's live-in assistant will be in an LA courtroom today, set to be sentenced for his role in the actor's death.
Brooke is here now with the very latest. Brooke.
That's right. Yeah, we're on court watch right now. Kenneth Iwamasa is now facing serious jail time for his role in Perry's death. He has already pleaded guilty to conspiracy to distribute ketamine, and he admitted to injecting the actor multiple times on the day he died.
Now, the two had a long relationship, right? How does it go back?
Yeah, a really long relationship. According to court documents, they've known each other for some 34 years. And, you know, known each other for a really long time before Iwamasu even became his assistant. This started as a live-in assistant, I believe, in 2022. He was making some $150,000 a year at one point. But, of course, that's totally different now as he faces up to 15 years in prison.
Does the length of the relationship suggest that there were quite a bit of battles with Perry, and prosecutors say that he may actually have found Perry unconscious twice before he actually passed?
Right. You think, you know someone for 34 years and they have been very public about their battles with addiction. And so one, thinks he must have known, right? How could he not
living there
known?
too?
Right. Living there.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's really what prosecutors are getting at. They say not only that, but they believe he saw Perry freeze up, become unable to speak after being injected with ketamine before. And yet they say he still injected Perry with 6 to 8 shots a day.
Wow. But you think about the power dynamic here, because he is an employee, right? Matthew Perry hired him to be an assistant. What's going to happen in terms of the legal front there?
That's a big part of this conversation, right? And you're getting different perspectives depending on if you look at what the prosecution is saying or also the defense. His lawyers say that, power dynamics, it's a big important part of this. They say that they don't believe he could have simply said no to his boss. And so I actually talked about that very situation with a communication and behavior expert earlier this morning. She says the power dynamics actually shifted here in this specific situation because Perry was an addict in need of help.
Well, it's not really that cut and dry. He may not be a man without a conscience. It's just an opportunistic time for him, and he took advantage. And that's really the bottom line. The power dynamics are very much a very important thing and very much to be considered, because with regard to power dynamics, obviously the boss has the power. Obviously they're in control. But when they're not in control, the assistant oftentimes takes control, and that's where the problem is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that actually leads to the next question. After discovering that Perry was in the hot tub and he had passed, he then tried to allegedly destroy some evidence, right?
That's such a big part of that. And again, a bit of a back and forth in that too. But this also coming just solely from prosecutors, because prosecutors say that he tried to destroy evidence, hide evidence, that he lied, omitted important facts when talking to police. And yet they also say he was the first to come forward and cooperate here in this. And just looking at other court documents, reaction from Perry's family, they have been on the record calling Iwamasu's behavior here in this a betrayal. They say they trusted him to have Perry's best interests at heart. Again, there right now you see Perry's stepfather and mother walking into the courtroom. He is going to be sentenced in federal court today, the final of 5 defendants sentenced for their role in this conspiracy.
It's complicated. I feel like it's not so cut and dry.
You know, I think that's kind of how I started this day, kind of going in. This is lots of complications here, but then my heart just goes out to Matthew Perry's mother, because it is not complicated at all to her. She wishes one of these people, all of these people, would have just said no.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we'll see how things play out and how they lay out their arguments, right? All right.
Thank you, Brooke.
Thank you. Let's check with Maria on a check of traffic.
Hi. Hi there. We still have some traffic, of course, at this hour. The good news is that some kids are actually out of school, so traffic is just a tad bit lighter because of it. This traffic is sponsored by DTLA Law Group, Downtown Accident and Injury Attorneys. Looking at our real-time traffic here on one of our live traffic cameras. This is out towards, well, it's in Orange County, northbound 55 at MacArthur. These cars coming at you here, the northbound side, and it is moving smoothly at this hour, and the skies are beautiful with some white puffy clouds there. The drive times in and out of downtown LA right now on the West 10 going towards Santa Monica between the 5 to the 405. It's on the normal side this hour, 41 minutes. Northbound 110 between 405 to the 10. It's pretty good, 20 minutes there. And on that West 60 between the 57 to the 5, 36 minutes there. Now let's go to some of the other traffic hotspots.
This broadcast is locally sponsored by DTLA Law Group, Auto Accident and Injury Attorneys. Have an injury? Text Injury Help to 40222 or visit us online at calldowntown.com. Message and data rates and usage may apply.
Hi, welcome back.
Hi. Thank you. I got back from the Midwest last night.
Oh, wow. And here you are.
We're waiting for the Uber. And I said to my husband, dang, we're waiting dang near 2 hours for this Uber.
You did not.
I did. And he looked at me and he said, oh, you're picking up the twang. You know, Indianapolis is about 2 hours away from Kentucky.
Uh-huh.
So that twang is a little bit contagious there, little ladies. But yeah, I'm back on the West Coast. Happy to be back with my girls. Let's jump into entertainment, sponsored by Yamava Resort Casino. Ladies, I know you're going to be interested in this one. Maybe you didn't watch Twilight. You didn't get on the Robert Pattinson.
I watched it.
All right, Team Edward or Team Jacob?
Edward.
Yeah.
Don't ask me.
Well, we're getting our first look at Robert Pattinson's new movie, playing a role we know well, a name, a face, and a mission of a man trying to catch a predator.
To watch television? Well, there's something you should know. I'm Chris Hansen.
Catch us predator.
With Dateline NBC.
Ooh.
I know.
I like it.
A different role that we're not used to seeing him in.
I like that.
In A24's new drama, Pattinson plays Chris Hansen from, you guessed it, To Catch a Predator. The film is called Prime Time. We don't have the release date yet because the teaser just says coming soon, coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. So as soon as I know, you'll know.
You know, but coming soon sometimes mean in 2 years.
No, yeah, true.
You know?
But because they shot this film, I want to say we're looking at an early 2027 release date, maybe a February release date, because this is a teaser. Now, remember, we've got the first images, then we get the teaser, then we get trailer 1, then we get trailer 2, then we get the final trailer, which brings me to my next story. We just got the final trailer for a classic, a Pixar original, Toy Story. Toy Story 5. And you know, the toys face a new threat of being replaced by electronic devices. I wanted to show you that because this was just announced. Bad Bunny is going to be playing the role of Pizza with sunglasses. You heard the voice. It's a toy who looks like a slice of heaven if I've ever seen one. The toys face that threat of being replaced by electronic devices like lily pad.
Oh, that's so good.
It is good.
Yeah, that's a great premise.
It's a great premise because I'll tell you what. We remember seeing the first Toy Story, you know, when it was Woody and Buzz.
Yeah.
And we grew up with the toys that you played with, like Barbies and Lego and
Cabbage Patch.
And My Buddy and Me, right? And now you see your kids playing with these electronic devices. So this is the old and new meet again. Bad Bunny's toy, the pizza with sunglasses, is playing a toy that's discarded in a backyard shelf. Now, do you ladies have that? A shelf in the backyard where there's toys of your kids?
Oh, yeah.
Just old sports equipment.
Yeah.
Broken goals.
Imagine if they came to life and started talking. What would your toys say? Play with me.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Is the pizza like a squishy?
It looks like a squishy.
It does, right? So appropriate.
Right.
Yes.
So appropriate. I hope
popular now.
We get a little song on the soundtrack.
Oh, yeah. Bad Bunny.
So last hour we asked you, would you buy a collectible from your favorite movie or TV show? 42% say, nah, but I'd buy the merch. You also left us a lot of great comments. We've got one from Steven in Ontario. It says, Scarface, I have the full script word for word. Say hello to my little
That's
friend.
amazing.
Ooh-wee. I love it. Go to foxley.com/vote. Share your collectible with us because we love to hear what you guys have. Do you have anything? Any collectibles?
No, I'm not a collectible. Actually, that's not true. I'm a total hoarder. But I don't have collectibles like that.
Like a toy from the past.
No.
But you would like something from The Godfather.
Of course. Or Sopranos.
Well, my grandma gave you... She really
I
wanted...
do have something.
Yes.
The
My
DVDs.
grandma gave you a season of The Sopranos on VHS.
That's true. That is
on
true.
VHS?
Yeah.
She wanted me to give it to Roxia. Yeah, she kept telling me, give it to Roxia, and I did.
So I do have something.
There you go.
We'll be right back. Do you have anything?
I do.
What?
I have old...
back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. Good day. Late weather is sponsored by Pachanga Resort Casino. We've got some pleasant weather, actually. Did you see that live shot over my shoulder showing some of the cloud cover? Really all related to an area of low pressure that I'm watching right now, bringing rain and snow to the Sierra Nevada. Great news if you have plans to go up to Mammoth. They've actually extended their season again, now another week to June 7th because of this storm system bringing more snow. We do have that area of low pressure continuing to give us the onshore flow here across Southern California through tomorrow. And then Friday, that ridge of high pressure will start to build, kind of kick that low out of here. So we'll start to warm up a little bit by Friday into the upcoming weekend. And then as we get to next week, that ridge of high pressure will strengthen and we will get a slight offshore flow, and that will help to warm up the atmosphere even more. In the meantime, we do have some gustier winds still through parts of our desert community. So that wind advisory is in effect until 11. Some of those wind gusts getting up to around 40 to 50 miles per hour. So that means hazardous driving conditions with that wind advisory. Otherwise, 66 degrees should be the high temperature today in Inglewood. Mammoth Lakes, 48 degrees there. Some clouds will linger in Anaheim, so we do have the partly cloudy skies through the afternoon. That high temperature this afternoon should be around 66, 67 degrees. And out towards Thousand Oaks, very similar with the onshore flow pushing that cloud cover in. It's going to hang around to mostly cloudy skies here. 2 p.m. 63 degrees, and up in Big Bear where it's actually beautiful. The San Bernardino Mountains sitting up above the marine layer, and we're looking at plenty of sunshine, but temperatures staying cool in the upper 40s. And Simi Valley lastly here, 63 degrees at 4 p.m. with some partly to mostly cloudy skies. I'll send it back to you.
All right, move over, supermoms. There's a new parenting trend taking over social media, and it's much more relaxed.
So you got tiger moms, helicopter moms, they're out apparently, and beta moms are in. People on social media say beta moms value being good enough over perfect. They're basically more laid back and hands off. Here are some common phrases you may use if you are a beta mom. Things like, it is what it is. You're doing your best. Let's see how it goes. That sounds like a future problem.
I like that one.
Because you don't want to deal with it. Experts say stepping back from performance parenting actually works wonders for a mom's mental health, bringing back a sense of independence and overall well-being. So when I look at these examples, I think, okay, I do that.
Makes sense, right?
However, this morning I was listening to someone discuss this, and the example they gave I didn't agree with. For example, if your child is rude to you and curses.
Oh.
See, they're saying a beta mom wouldn't say, according to this, a beta mom wouldn't get angry and upset. A beta mom would just say something like, I understand you may have had a long, stressful day. We'll discuss this later, and then you would bring it up later and discuss it. See, I would not do that.
Absolutely.
That example did not work.
Did no one else get their mouth rinced out with soap and water when they were younger? Remember that?
Rinsed out. What about just like smacked?
Grounded.
More people needed to be smacked. That's why we're so normal, our generation, right?
Right.
Or grounded, right? Taken.
Grounded?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Your whatever your prized possession was, taken away.
My tweezers. Seriously.
You said, though, you got a hold of them and then you made mistakes.
I went way too thin.
Right.
And
so maybe they should have really taken them.
Yeah, my mom said, give me those tweezers and your car keys.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I was like this, shocked for about a week.
It was the trend, though.
It was. It was like...
All right, welcome back.
Yeah, there's developing news in Orange County right now. Garden Grove residents have been given the green light to return home.
Well, let's actually go to Gigi right now because you have some new information to share with us in Cypress. Gigi.
Hey, everybody. Good morning. We're at the command post here in Cypress, and we're about to get an update from the Orange County Fire Authority on the developments overnight.
Good morning. My name is Mike Yen, a Deputy Incident Commander for the Western Incident. We've made great progress. I think, as you guys heard last night, we were able to reduce the evacuation zone to 300 feet within the tanks. What that means for our community is that everybody, all residents, were able to return home. But we still have a hazard and we still have a threat within that 300-foot zone. We have firefighters still working to monitor, evaluate, and mitigate that threat completely. So we are still committed to the citizens, we're still committed to the community, and we are still committed to our firefighter safety to ensure that we continue our impeccable safety record.
What is the current threat level, if any?
The current threat level still remains within that 300-foot diameter within those tanks. We are certain that threat still remains there, and therefore we are able to reduce that evacuation zones and allow the entire community to return home.
So is there still a possibility of an explosion, a fire, or a spill in that area?
So that question was there is there a possibility to a fire, an explosion, or a spill? There is still a possibility of fire and a spill, but we've been able to mitigate and eliminate the possibility of an explosion or a BLEVE is what sometimes we refer it to. With the actions that have been taken over the last few days and overnight, we have eliminated that explosion and that blast threat, and therefore that also wasn't taken into consideration in reducing that evacuation zone. But we still have a fire threat and potential. We still have a spill threat and potential. But with the control measures we have in place and the operations that have been going on day and night, we are certain that that threat is going to be contained within that 300-foot zone.
What are the control measures?
Sir?
What are the control measures you just mentioned? Can you tell me again, please? I missed the beginning of it.
Yeah, absolutely. The question was, what are the control measures that we have in place? We are still continuing active monitoring, still doing recon missions, but we were able to place inhibitors just like what we have done on Thursday night. We were able to place inhibitors yesterday during the day to reduce the volatility and the BLEVE potential in the remaining exposed tanks. We'll call it tanks 2 and 3. So that was one of our efforts to do that. We'll continue to monitor that. But the big success was that there was no temperature rise throughout the entire day and throughout the entire evening. So that was another indicator that the threat has been minimized down to that 300-foot.
So is it still at 92 degrees then? And if so, what is the plan? What are you waiting for now?
The question is, what is the temperature? Is it still at 92? The last reading we got was at 91 degrees, and that has maintained consistency over the last about 18 hours plus. And that includes, as you guys probably visualized, turning off the deluge system that was providing active cooling and providing a layer of fire suppression. That was one of our measures and validations that the temperature was maintaining even without the deluge system.
Do you know in that tank 1 what is still in there and what form it's in?
The question is, what is in tank 1? The original product was that what we call MMA, and I'll try to say this, methyl macrylate. That is still in tank 1. What form is it? We don't know exactly, and we still are trying to obtain certain equipment, specialized equipment, to try to see through the tank and see what form it is. But we know what we do know is that it's not all 6,500 gallons in liquid form. We do know that it's in some kind of form of what we call a gel or maybe even silly putty. Is it been fully solidified? We don't know that still, but we're still trying to monitor that and see what we can do to try to visualize or have X-ray vision, so to speak.
Is it still flammable in that gel form?
Yes. So even though we have some kind of product in an unknown solid or gel state in tank 1, we still have product in tank 2 and tank 3 that we introduced inhibitor. We still have a fire problem. We still have it's still highly flammable. But because of the measures that we have taken in place to contain it within 300 feet, we are certain that the fire problem will not be outside that zone.
So what is your plan now? What is the plan for today? What are you waiting for? Is it temperature? Is it that specialized equipment to determine how much liquid versus solid material is in the tank?
Yeah, so the question was, what are we doing? What are we waiting for? I do want to emphasize, we're not waiting. We're in control of this incident. We are controlling this hazmat incident. So we're actively engaging, actively monitoring, actively figuring out the structural integrity and monitoring the structural integrity of the tank. We're also ensuring that the temperature is not rising, and what else we have done was equalize the volume of product in tank 2 and 3 so that we don't have one tank with an exorbitant amount of volume that provides a bigger threat or a bigger flammable threat or spill. So we're still trying to equalize how do we remove the product from the tank, and still continuing to do contingency measures for cooling and further mitigating any spill or fire potential.
But for the layman at home, are you waiting for a temperature to drop to a certain degree? Do you need to know how much liquid is left? That's what I meant by what are you waiting for?
I understand. So in tank 1, what we don't want is a increase in temperature, and that's what we are monitoring for. In tank 2 and 3, it's still at a very safe level to where it's not going to alter any state, and that is also due to the inhibitor. Yes, ma'am. So nothing on any of the monitoring has changed. As you know, we're working in conjunction with Orange County Health, EPA. We're continuing atmospheric monitoring, and to this point, we still have detected zero trace of any of that MMA into the air or lower to the ground, since we know it's heavier. Additionally, we're monitoring any of the runoff or the water. And I'm glad to report we still have no trace in the water as well. So we're still monitoring the atmosphere, the environment, any of the byproduct of the water or the sprinkler system that was going on.
So what do you say to people who maybe are a little hesitant about still returning to their neighborhoods with this still kind of being an active situation?
And that's a great question. I appreciate you asking. The question was, what are we doing to maintain and alleviate any of the questions that is it safe out there for the residents? The biggest thing that the firefighters ask ourselves is, do we want to go back? If we were living next door and living in the evacuation zones, do we want to put ourselves and our families in that back home? And so we are confident and certain that there is no hazard to the community based on our monitoring, and like I said, consistent monitoring since Thursday, Friday, the atmosphere, the water, and everything. So with the mitigation efforts that have been constantly occurring, and the zero readings that we have been getting, there should be no concern. With that, we've also enlisted the help of subject matter experts, our cooperators, federal partners, our state partners, and our local agencies, and all of us have come to this agreement and conclusions based on all of our readings and monitorings. There should be zero alarm or concern.
Do you have a timeline for when this material will be rendered safe completely, when the incident will wind down? How many more days are you looking at?
The question was, do we have a timeline on this product or this incident? We don't have a time frame. Like I said, we're still trying to evaluate how much product is in what state. Our goal is to make sure that there is zero threat to life, property, or the environment. At that point, we want to get it to a removal phase and no longer a threat to anybody or the businesses. We don't know the exact time frame. This could be days, this could be weeks, this could be months. But the most important thing.
All right, good news there from Orange County Fire Authority. But on to this now, breaking news. Stu up in Skyfox showing us a brush fire in Malibu. What do we know, Stu?
Well, it's definitely burning out here in the Malibu area. They actually sent us to the corner of Las Virgenes and Mulholland, and it is pretty close by to that location. Now, the fire department, we saw 2 county engines just arriving here on scene. I'd venture to say that this is going to be light brush or light grass or flash fuels and a little bit of topography as well as it was climbing up that hillside. As far as the winds go, we can take a look at that smoke right there. It's kind of laying a little bit flat, so I would venture to say also a little windy. All these things are working against the LA County Fire Department. Right now, though, you can see the fire trucks just arriving. A couple of those engines starting to haul some lines across a lot of grassland out there to start to put some water on those flames. As far as aerial assets, when we arrived, there hasn't been any here as yet. Tyler is at the helm of Skyfox today. He's been monitoring. He said if they have any aircraft coming in, we're going to have to move. He would let us know. As it stands right now, the fire department on the ground has not ordered any aerial assets. But as you can see right there, still a lot of very active flames out here. And this starting in an area that is questionable. It's like, how does a fire start in this area right there? There are trails obviously in the area, but it is an unusual and a spot that's going to be a little bit difficult for those ground crews to access. They're going to have to do a lot of hiking just to get to that area. Again, though, this is going to be off of Mulholland Highway. We're definitely in the Malibu area. This is going to be technically Malibu Creek State Park. Right now, though, no water's on the flames, but the fire's still active. Lake County Fire here on scene, working, just getting their plans together to get that fire contained. I'm Stu up in Skyfox. Sending it to, we're going to have more Good Day LA after the break. We're still out here in the Malibu area. Got a brush fire going. A couple of acres already have been burned. It's going to be flash fuel running up the hills out here. Going to be very close to the corner of Mulholland Highway and Las Virgenes. Now, LA County Fire is what we were talking about earlier on, but this land is actually covered by CAL FIRE. We've been watching as the CAL FIRE trucks have been arriving out here, and these men and women out there hustling to get those hoses laid and to get up and get that fire under control. That's a very, very steep climb right there. Actually, that truck kind of just stopped right there. I was wondering if it actually stalled out. Those firefighters, that's going to be CAL FIRE down there working to get closer to it. Also, we do know now that CAL FIRE is sending aircraft out here, so they're going to have at least one water dropping helicopter out here shortly. As far as those flames, where can they go? What can they do? That flash fuel is running up that hillside, could get into some thicker brush as it makes its way up there, creating some real problems. Are there any homes in the area? Well, there are sparsely homes in that area, but that fire would have to grow quite a bit before it starts threatening any of those homes. Right now, though, CAL FIRE working with LA County Fire to get these flames under control. I'm Stu up in Sky Fox, sending it back to Sandra.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that, Stu. Thank you. Game night is popular among friends and family, and now one game in particular is trending. The Chinese game of Mahjong is bringing people together and being embraced by Hollywood stars. It's a game full of symbols and fortune and good luck, and there's a reason why it's endured many centuries. The unique clickety-clackety sounds of shuffling.
And now we're going to build the walls. So it's a fast-paced, strategic game of luck and strategy.
The Chinese game of Mahjong has been around since the 1800s, with different versions adopted around the world. And right now, the game of luck is booming here in the United States.
Mahjong is a 144-tile game, and the objective is to have the best scoring complete hand, which is usually a combination of 4 sets and a pair.
It's like the card game Rummy, but the growing popularity around Mahjong is not just about the game, it's more about the company.
It's people wanting community and connection, wanting that place to come meet new people. It's definitely a way to bring good people together, to get the latest gossip, and also to catch up with your family and friends, and it's always a good time. People love playing into the night.
Even the Hollywood elite are adopting the game, adding to its allure.
Create order out of chaos based on random drawing of tiles.
Wow.
That's deep.
That is deep.
Yeah.
A-listers like Julia Roberts, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Jennifer Gardner are set to pull up a seat at the table to play. Jennifer Kong created Ruby Dragon Mahjong to make sure the cultural tradition of the game carries on.
I'm really happy this has caught on so quickly and that people find comfort in learning amongst friends and family, because for us to play it in our homes, yes, it's very nostalgic, but to share it with others, that's what gives me joy. We need to preserve culture and share this tradition with others. Otherwise, the traditions of the different styles of playing will just end up dying, or other people will take over the narrative and control how this game is supposed to be played, and I would hate to see the culture get erased through that.
Mahjong, which means the word sparrow in Chinese, is the spark. The sparrow, a good luck symbol. And the game is not only fun, but you can make fast friends in no time.
Yes! Now you can see your set. Yes!
That's so great. Look at the winning sequence.
Yes, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and your pair. And you also have your bonus point here. So
oh my God! Yeah. And just like the bird it's named after, the game of Mahjong is thriving, keeping social connection alive through generations. And the clickety-clack sound of shuffling, that is the sound of the sparrow. That is why Mahjong or Mahjong is called the game of sparrow. So there are thousands of Mahjong groups around the country. People can join. So some good tips to find the right fit. Make sure you look into the level of players. Some groups are more beginner-friendly and some are more advanced. And make sure you match your game style, since there are different variations. The best way, though, is to make sure you join several meetup groups to figure out what's the best fit for you. Maria, you want to play?
Always wanted to learn, Sandra, and one of these days I want to, for sure. In the meantime, you guys, I do have some wind information for you. I know Stu was flying over that brush fire that just really caught just a few minutes ago. This is off of Mulholland near Las Virgenes and near Malibu. The winds are actually on the lighter to moderate side, 7 to 10 miles per hour. So the winds are actually starting to get a little bit gustier, and we still have some wind advisories that are in effect, mainly over our mountains and deserts. I just looked at the last few frames here just a couple minutes ago at what they were doing, the firefighters, and they're getting a better handle on that fire. It's about 5 acres at this point, but the good news is we do have some moisture in the atmosphere. We have the onshore flow, and we do have that cloud cover and that marine layer that has extended inland, so we're even picking up some light drizzle in some areas. So this is all good news for firefighters, and hopefully they will be able to extinguish it fully here in the next few moments. Cool spring weather will continue. We've got some May gray and drizzle through tomorrow, or at least that chance of, and then a warmer weekend on tap with much warmer temperatures as we get into next week. By the way, we will start a new month next week with June arriving on Monday. We've got 68 degrees expected today for downtown LA, which is below the average. Our sunset time later this evening at 7:56. These are the highs we're expecting today, so really staying on the cooler side. 69 in Woodland Hills, 65 Santa Monica, 67 in Corona, to that 80 degrees. Even in Palm Springs, a little bit cooler there. Just a quick peek at the temperatures as it goes up this weekend in Woodland Hills to the 80s, and then perhaps low 90s as we get to next week. I'll send it back to you, Sandra.
As we continue to celebrate AAPI Heritage Month, we're taking time to shine a light on small businesses owned by Asian Americans.
Creative Director of D. Lee Designs here to share some brands that could be your next favorite. We're already loving it. Welcome back. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
So
where do you want to start
here?
I'm just so excited to be here as a Chinese Cambodian woman. Just being a part of these AAPI moments and sharing those stories is so uplifting to so many people. So we have Be Bright. They actually won the 2024 Barista Champions. So Frank Law and Monica are local owners, and they actually just roasted this last night. So there's some pretty unique flavors in there for the crew.
Oh,
very
nice.
fresh.
We love coffee around here.
Right, early mornings. Here we
We
go.
also love sweets.
So this here is from Hawaii. This is Enjoy Snacks from the 808 Aloha.
Nice.
So all the way from Hawaii, one of the top brands there. And there's just so many, you know, Asian Pacific Islander inspired snacks here.
Different flavors, hard to find, you know, usually
so
at your
pretty.
normal store. So I love that they're unique snacks. It's always fun to eat. Okay, we're going to try. What are these?
So these are these 3D little pineapple gummies.
They're cute.
I want you to try them. So good.
I love
They're
it that
so
they're
pretty.
chewy. Oh, nice.
Whoa.
Pineapple gummies.
How cute. Okay.
These are delicious. Where do you buy this?
So this is actually in Hawaii. You can get them online.
Online, okay.
But, you know, when I went to Hawaii, this is like my go-to. I'm on the islands looking for all the latest snacks in the islands. And so we have some of their newer ones here.
Really good quality. I like them.
So good.
And we
Great
have
flavors.
We Love Aloha line 2 that was launched for their 30th anniversary. And they've been around, locally owned and operated since 1994.
Wow. Love that. Okay.
All right, we love our lashes here.
Yes,
and
we
this
do.
is always a favorite. House of Lashes.
You know, this was actually the first brand I've ever used. So as a mom on the go, you know, woman in business, I'm always looking for like quick ways to basically glue and go. And so this is one of the first brands I've actually worked with. And so she created this line because she wanted it to be inclusive. She couldn't find eyelashes that were actually, you know, tailored to the Asian eye. But she's now got a whole collection.
There's so many types.
There are so many types, and there's even one called the Feline Collection. So if you wanted a little pizzazz for the night, that'd be awesome
Jen
too.
Shiba, yeah, really sharing
Do you
her
have them on right
story.
now?
Yes.
They're
I
so
do
beautiful.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she always does so much work for the community too. So we love Jen and how she founded House of Lashes to make sure everyone's included, right? Inclusivity.
Now we have It's a Date. You can actually find this on Amazon. And so they're like little date scratch-off cards. So like, let's say you forget what to do when you want to go on a date and you're looking for ideas. They're little scratch-off cards that you can do. So
It looks like you're winning the lottery, like a scratcher. So,
I'm going to scratch it.
Scratch off. What are we going to do? Let's see. Movie, dinner, drink wine.
How long
binge
does it
show.
take?
How much does it cost?
I need the table.
Go out for coffee. Maybe take a hike. Go for a walk.
This is a long one.
Ooh,
My
go to the
goodness.
beach.
Hold on.
It's a whole paragraph.
Get crafty with your partner. Head to a craft store. Choose a fun craft kit or two. Make something together.
Okay.
And then a little bit of other stuff. But yeah. Okay.
Adult stuff?
No.
Well, there is a nighttime one, right?
I guess you can get crafty. Yes, you can get crafty. Okay. Sandra.
All right. Well, you don't
Wine for evening,
Yeah,
right? Because there's a daytime, there's an anytime, and there's a nighttime.
I like
We
it.
chose the daytime one for the safety of
Keep it clean.
daytime.
It is a morning show. All right, what do we have here?
There's so much healthcare out there, right? So in this beauty line by Movani, they're actually Asian owned, and it's the new rave that dermatologists are talking about because it's actually made with artichoke and chestnuts.
Oh my gosh, I've
so
never
it's the
heard of
first
that.
farm to table type.
Farm to table to skin.
to table.
Yeah.
Wow, I've never heard of artichoke
and chestnuts.
Yes. In skincare. Okay.
I want to see how it smells.
Wow,
Ooh,
it smells really
herbal.
It
Yeah.
smells good.
And they've given all of the news anchors a set to try out.
So nice.
Oh my gosh. Wow. And where are they based? This is Korean?
So
Korean
it's
beauty?
Korean, and
it feels
they're
good.
locally.
Okay.
They're actually a
Awesome.
local business,
It feels
but they're
great.
And this
processed in Korea.
this for your hands after you moisturize. You want to put on your nails, right?
Yes.
This is amazing.
So we have nail reformation. They're the new trend. They were at Coachella. They did a collab with Revolve, and sometimes you don't have 2 hours to do nails.
You can't
right?
get an appointment or you have no time.
So you've got these amazing
fun colors.
quality, and like fun design press-on
Do you
nails.
have them on?
This one isn't, but I would have.
A lot of great designs.
This one took me 2 hours.
All the girlies are wearing nail reformation.
Press-on nails are all the rage.
They are all the rage because you can keep changing the designs on it, right?
Yeah, and kids like it too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is
Great to
such a
see
great
you.
roundup.
Thank you for having me.
And if you need great ideas for your next big event, give Dee a follow on Instagram, of course. Thank you so much.